Welcome to my channel. HD Rare Coins 111. In this video I tell you about the United States of America all coins which are most expensive, rare, valuable, and rare. If you interested, please subscribe my channel. Thanks. Top 1. In the fascinating world of rare American coins, few pieces evoke the thrill and excitement of discovery like the 1966 Washington quarter dollar. At first glance, it may seem like any other pocket change, worn with time and passed through countless hands. But behind its simple appearance lies a hidden story, one that numismatists and collectors alike cherish for its unexpected surprises, historical quirks, and valuable secrets waiting to be unearthed. This is not just a coin, it is a symbol of a transitional era, crafted in the shadow of major changes in American currency. The year 1966 marked the second year after the United States Mint eliminated silver from circulating quarters. Prior to 1965, quarters were struck in 90% silver, but due to rising silver prices, the government shifted to a copper-nickel-clad composition. The 1966 quarter is a product of that new age, a bold step into modern coinage. But not every 1966 quarter was ordinary. Some were struck with rare errors or preserved in pristine condition, making them treasures for collectors. What makes this coin particularly captivating is how easily it blends into everyday life. You could find one in your grandfather's coin jar or even in your own pocket change without realizing its true value. But look closer, and its fine details begin to whisper a story from 6 decades ago. The profile of George Washington on the obverse, bold and dignified, still mirrors the very first design introduced in 1932, reminding us of the coin's long-standing legacy. Collectors love the 1966 quarter for its quirks. Due to minting pressure and the transition to clad coinage, some quarters from this year have unique errors, off-center strikes, double dies, and missing clad layers. These errors, combined with extremely high grades, send collectors into a frenzy, driving prices sky-high at auctions and private sales. Not every coin is a winner, but the rare ones? They are absolute marvels. Even the coin's reverse has charm. The majestic eagle with outstretched wings still symbolizes strength and freedom, but under the right lighting and with a magnifying glass, you might discover slight shifts in detail, or die cracks that turn a basic coin into a numismatic marvel. Each error is a fingerprint of history, an imperfection that makes the coin unique and desirable. One of the most sought-after features in a 1966 quarter is a sharp strike combined with a mirror-like finish. These examples are typically found in special mint sets, which replaced proof sets during the mid-1960s. Coins from these sets exhibit higher quality surfaces and finer details than their circulation-struck counterparts. When a 1966 quarter is preserved from one of these sets in pristine condition, its value skyrockets. And let's not forget the thrill of hunting. Every coin hunter dreams of discovering a high-grade 1966 quarter tucked away, forgotten and unrecognized for its worth. Stories circulate online and in collector communities of lucky individuals who uncovered valuable gems among inherited collections or casual finds at yard sales. The idea that a simple coin can transform into a life-changing discovery fuels the passion of countless treasure seekers. In recent years, third-party grading services have played a huge role in authenticating and valuing these coins. A 1966 quarter graded MS-67 or higher is a rare sight, as most coins from this period were heavily circulated. The difference in grade may only be a matter of minor blemishes or luster quality, but those little things mean big money in the collecting world. There's something incredibly rewarding about holding a 1966 quarter in your hand and knowing you might be holding a piece of American history. You start to wonder, where has it been? What machine struck it? How did it survive without damage for all these years? It's a kind of romantic mystery, blending history and chance. Collectors often speak with reverence about their first rare coin find. For many, it was a 1966 quarter with a strange anomaly, perhaps a clipped planchet or an off-center strike. These imperfections, often dismissed by the untrained eye, are gold mines to experts. And that's the magic of coin collecting. It teaches you to see beauty where others don't look closely enough. It's also worth noting that 1966 was a year when coin hoarding was rampant. People distrusted the new clad coinage and clung to silver coins. As a result, many quarters from this era were pulled from circulation early and stored away. That decision, made by everyday Americans, has had an unintended impact on the rarity of high-quality examples today. Beyond the mint and the metal, there's a cultural legacy attached to coins like the 1966 quarter. It circulated during the height of the Civil Rights Movement, the Vietnam War, and a time of major social transformation in America. Holding it feels like holding a time capsule from one of the most dynamic periods in U.S. history. Dealers and auction houses today remain on high alert for these rare coins. While most 1966 quarters are only worth face value, the few that meet the highest standards, those with pristine condition, rare errors, or unique features, can command eye-watering prices. When such a coin appears on the market, it doesn't stay there for long. It's astonishing how such a small piece of metal can ignite so much excitement. The joy of discovery, the appreciation for detail, and the thrill of the unknown keep coin enthusiasts searching. It's not just about the money, it's about the story, the hunt, and the connection to history. Even after all these years, the 1966 quarter continues to surprise collectors. New era types are still being discovered, and reevaluation of older coins with modern technology has revealed details previously unnoticed. The market is alive, and the desire to own a piece of numismatic excellence never fades. Many coin experts agree, if you're just starting your collection, the 1966 quarter is a brilliant piece to study. It represents both accessibility and rarity, common in circulation, but exceptional in its top-tier forms. A great teacher of value, grading, and patience. Parents and grandparents are even now passing on these coins to younger generations, unknowingly transferring wealth hidden in plain sight. A single overlooked quarter in a shoebox can be the highlight of a growing collector's journey. And sometimes, it's not about luck, it's about knowing what to look for. Coin shows and online platforms are bursting with collectors hunting the perfect 1966 quarter. Communities form around shared knowledge, and every coin enthusiast knows that someday, somewhere, someone will stumble upon a hidden gem. That thrill keeps the story going. So next time you spot a 1966 quarter, don't just toss it in with the rest. Examine it. Look at the edges, the surface, the fine details. You never know if you might be holding one of the rarest examples in existence, one that defies the odds and tells a story no one else noticed. Because out there, somewhere, a 1966 Washington quarter dollar has sold for an astounding $184,000. Top 2. The 1970 Washington quarter dollar is more than just a piece of metal that once jingled in pockets and purses. It's a coin that hides within it a remarkable tale of American history, technological transformation, and unexpected rarity. While millions were minted that year, only a tiny number have stunned collectors with their hidden secrets. Quirks so rare they've transformed an ordinary-looking coin into an object worth a fortune. When you come across a 1970 quarter, it's not just a coin, it's a mystery waiting to be solved. The coin bears the familiar face of George Washington on its obverse, a design that has remained relatively unchanged since 1932. But don't be fooled by familiarity. The 1970 quarter holds more intrigue than meets the eye. In fact, certain versions of this year's coin contain peculiar errors and fascinating anomalies that have made headlines and sent auction prices soaring. Sometimes, it's the tiniest of details, so small they're invisible to the naked eye, that make all the difference. Collectors are constantly scanning through 1,970 quarters in hopes of finding one of these rare varieties. Most people overlook these coins, unaware that their change jar might contain something worth thousands. But trained eyes know what to look for. Double die obverse, off-metal strikes, and even quarters struck over foreign coins have all been discovered among the 1970 issues. Each rare variation tells its own story and carries a value that can leave even seasoned numismatists speechless. The United States Mint produced 1970 quarters at two different locations, Philadelphia and San Francisco. But it's the San Francisco minted 1970s quarters, especially those from the proof sets, that have captured collectors' imaginations the most. Some of these coins exhibit bizarre characteristics. such as being accidentally struck over coins from other countries. These minting errors are so extreme and so rare that they have become legends in the numismatic world. One of the most famous 1970 quarters is a proof coin struck over a 1941 Canadian quarter. Under magnification, traces of the original Canadian coin can still be seen beneath the American design. This mind-bending blend of two nations' currencies wasn't supposed to happen, and its discovery rocked the collector community. It's these kinds of unexpected errors that elevate a coin from collectible to historic artifact. Aside from error coins, condition is another factor that drives value sky high. Most 1970 quarters were circulated heavily, meaning they show signs of wear, scratches, and fading luster. But a few lucky examples were preserved in pristine condition, protected from the elements and the touch of time. These mint-state coins shine with an unbroken brilliance that makes collectors' hearts race. When graded MS67 or higher by professional grading services, they become true treasures. It's not just about the value, it's about the thrill of discovery. Thousands of coin enthusiasts have taken up the search, combing through old coin rolls, yard sales, and estate collections in search of the perfect 1970 quarter. Every coin hunter knows that one special find could change everything, and the 1970 quarter has proven again and again that lightning can strike in the most unexpected places. The 1970 quarter also serves as a fascinating window into the era it was born from. The Vietnam War was ongoing, Apollo missions were reaching toward the stars, and the American public was deeply engaged in political and cultural upheaval. Amid this backdrop, millions of quarters were minted and quietly entered circulation. Who knew that some would carry hidden stories that would only be discovered decades later? While many of these coins are still in circulation, only the most unique stand out. Error coins from this year are particularly prized because of their oddities and scarcity. Some have been misaligned, double-struck, or struck on the wrong planchet altogether. Each of these errors is like a fingerprint. No two are exactly alike, and collectors will pay a premium for them. Numismatics isn't just a hobby, it's a passion, a hunt, and a celebration of history. The 1970 quarter, despite being part of a large mintage, continues to reveal surprises to those who take the time to look closely. Every scratch, shine, and stamp on the coin tells a story. The trick is knowing how to read it. Coin dealers around the world keep a watchful eye for top-quality 1970 quarters, and rare examples have made their way into prestigious auctions. When one appears that has the right combination of condition, rarity, and error, it sparks a bidding war. Collectors understand how rare these coins truly are, and they're willing to go to great lengths, and great expense, to add them to their collections. Sometimes, even common-looking coins turn out to be extraordinary. People have reported finding valuable 1970 quarters tucked away in old coffee cans, inside dusty drawers, or hidden within forgotten childhood coin collections. It only takes one lucky moment, one sharp eye, to change a coin's fate from pocket change to priceless. What makes the 1970 quarter so intriguing is that it exists in two worlds at once. It's both everyday and extraordinary, both mass-produced and one of a kind. This duality is part of its mystique. The same coin that was used to buy bubble gum in 1970 might now be worth more than a luxury car, if it's the right one. Beyond the value in history, there's also a strong sense of community among collectors who share their discoveries, post photos, and debate the finest details. Online forums and coin clubs are full of stories about 1970 quarters found in circulation, with members encouraging one another to keep searching. It's more than a coin, it's a shared adventure. Even if you've never collected coins before, the story of the 1970 quarter might just pull you in. It's easy to overlook these little metal discs, but once you understand the possibilities, you may find yourself checking every quarter you come across. Who knows what treasure could be hiding in plain sight? The value of a coin isn't always measured in dollars. It can also be about the journey, the knowledge, and the stories it uncovers. But when it comes to the rarest of the rare, the numbers can still be staggering. Especially when those coins combine historical intrigue, minting mistakes, and perfect condition. Whether you're a seasoned collector or just someone with a handful of change, don't underestimate the coins of the past. The 1970 Washington quarter dollar has proven that even the most overlooked object can hold incredible worth. All it takes is one remarkable feature, one fluke of the minting process, to elevate a coin into the realm of legend. And yes, while most 1970 quarters may only be worth 25 cents, there exists a rare version of this coin, flawless in quality and spectacular in error, that has sold for a jaw-dropping $150,000. Top 3. In the vast and thrilling universe of rare American coins, one particular year continues to capture the imagination of collectors and enthusiasts alike: the year 1971. The Washington quarter dollar from that year is more than just a simple piece of change that might have passed through your hands or been tossed in a jar years ago. It is a coin rich in history, full of mysteries, and in some extraordinary cases, worth a fortune beyond what most people would ever expect from a humble quarter. The Washington quarter has been a staple of American currency since 1932, originally introduced to honor the 200th birthday of George Washington. Over the decades, its design has remained largely consistent, featuring the stoic profile of the first president on the obverse and the regal eagle on the reverse. But within certain production years, like 1971, lie small and rare variations that turn this everyday coin into an object of fascination and great value. By 1971, the United States Mint had fully transitioned to the copper-nickel-clad composition for quarters, abandoning the use of silver in regular circulation coins due to rising costs. While millions of 1971 quarters were struck that year at the Philadelphia and Denver mints, only a few were destined to become treasures. The reasons? Errors, high-grade conditions, and unique anomalies that set certain coins apart from the rest. The thrill of coin collecting often lies in the unexpected. A 1971 quarter might appear to be just another coin in your drawer, but upon closer inspection, it could possess characteristics that send its value soaring. Some quarters from this year have been discovered with off-center strikes, double die errors, or even missing clad layers. Mistakes made during the minting process that are incredibly rare and highly sought after. Among the most exciting finds in the 1971 series are quarters that exhibit strong doubling on the obverse, particularly on the inscriptions like "In God We Trust" and "Liberty." These double die errors are clear indicators of a rare minting anomaly. When found in good condition, such errors dramatically increase a coin's value and are prized by collectors who know how difficult they are to come by. Another factor that contributes to a 1971 quarter's desirability is its condition. Most coins from this era were heavily circulated, picked up countless nicks and scratches, and lost their original luster over time. However, a small number of these coins were set aside and preserved in pristine condition. When these coins are graded by professional services as MS66 or MS67, their rarity multiplies, as does their value. Collectors often seek out coins with full strike detail, especially in the feathers of the eagle and the hair of Washington. A strong, well-struck coin with minimal contact marks and brilliant surfaces is not only beautiful to behold but also a contender for high auction prices. These top-tier examples are the crown jewels of any Washington quarter collection. What makes the 1971 quarter so exciting is that it can be found anywhere, from old change boxes to forgotten coin rolls at the bank. The idea that a quarter worth more than $100,000 could be hiding in plain sight keeps collectors searching. It's the ultimate treasure hunt, where knowledge and attention to detail are your best tools. Coin experts have shared stories of finding high-value 1971 quarters in estate sales, flea markets, and even inherited collections. Sometimes, all it takes is a magnifying glass and a trained eye to spot an anomaly that others have missed. This possibility of discovery is what fuels the passion of numismatics and keeps the market alive with excitement. Even though most 1971 quarters are common and worth only face value, a select few have reached legendary status. These are the coins that combine rarity, condition, and error, all three elements aligning to create a piece that collectors will compete fiercely for. And in those rare moments, when such a coin goes up for sale, history is made. The 1971 Washington quarter also serves as a bridge between generations. Parents and grandparents who grew up during this time often hold on to their coins, unaware that something incredibly valuable may be sitting in their collection. Younger collectors, meanwhile, are learning to spot the nuances that separate the rare from the ordinary. Beyond its monetary value, the 1971 quarter represents a piece of American heritage. It circulated during a time of transformation: the Vietnam War, the rise of the environmental movement, and the early days of modern technology. It's more than a coin. It's a time capsule that passed through history, now waiting to tell its story to someone who looks closely enough. Professional grading services have authenticated and slabbed some of the finest known 1971 quarters, and their auction results are nothing short of astonishing. These coins, when found in high mint state grades with rare errors, draw serious attention from top collectors and dealers around the world. Demand has only increased as more people enter the world of coin collecting. The importance of education in coin collecting cannot be overstated. Understanding mint marks, spotting doubling, recognizing signs of a high-quality strike, these skills take time to develop. But they're exactly what's needed to unlock the hidden value of coins like the 1971 Washington quarter. It's a world where patience and observation pay off handsomely. Social media and online communities have also played a huge role in bringing attention to coins like the 1971 quarter. Collectors now share their finds instantly, receive feedback, and even help others identify valuable varieties. This shared knowledge has helped unearth more hidden gems than ever before and continues to grow the popularity of coin hunting. Every time you receive change, there's a tiny rush of excitement for collectors. Could this be the coin? Could this be the one that transforms an ordinary day into an unforgettable one? It's a question that keeps the heart of every numismatist beating fast. And it's why so many people fall in love with this rewarding hobby. Whether you're a beginner or a seasoned expert, the 1971 Washington quarter offers a thrilling opportunity. Its rarity, the potential for minting errors, and the possibility of pristine examples make it a true collector's prize. Keep your eyes sharp and your quarters closer, because the next valuable find might be closer than you think. Among the millions of 1971 quarters minted, a few have stood above the rest, commanding attention and staggering price tags at high-profile auctions. These are the coins that collectors dream about and spend years trying to find. They remind us that sometimes, even the smallest things can hold the biggest surprises. And so, somewhere out there, preserved in flawless condition, struck with a rare and remarkable error, a 1971 Washington quarter dollar has sold for an astonishing $146,000. Top 4. In the world of rare and collectible coins, few pieces have sparked as much curiosity and excitement as the 1972 Washington quarter dollar. At first glance, it may appear no different from the quarters you might find in everyday change. But within certain examples of this coin lies an incredible story, one of minting errors, historical significance, and staggering value. The 1972 quarter is not just a coin. It's a hidden treasure waiting to be discovered by those with a sharp eye and a passion for numismatics. The Washington quarter has been in circulation since 1932, originally created to honor the 200th birthday of George Washington. Its design, featuring the distinguished profile of the first U.S. president, has remained largely unchanged for decades. But while the design stayed consistent, the value of specific coins has shifted dramatically, especially when minting anomalies or exceptional preservation are involved. That's exactly where the 1972 quarter steps into the spotlight. The United States Mint produced the 1972 quarter at both the Philadelphia and Denver mints. Millions were struck, and the majority went straight into circulation. These coins were used in transactions across the country, tossed into vending machines, and stored in jars without much thought. But within those millions, a small number were struck with minting mistakes. Tiny deviations that make a huge difference to collectors today. Mint errors can transform a standard 25-cent piece into a highly sought-after item worth thousands. In 1972, some quarters were produced with off-center strikes, double dies, or even struck on the wrong planchet. These rare errors were never meant to leave the mint, but a few slipped through the cracks and ended up in circulation. That's where the magic begins. Because discovering one of these error coins can mean uncovering a small fortune point. One of the most intriguing varieties from 1972 includes quarters that were double struck. This error happens when a coin fails to eject properly from the press and gets struck again, creating overlapping images or ghostly impressions. These coins are not only rare but visually stunning, and collectors will pay a premium to own one in excellent condition. Condition, as always, is a key factor in the value of a coin. While most 1,972 quarters show signs of wear from years of circulation, a few examples have survived in near-perfect condition. These coins, known as mint state or MS-graded coins, retain their original luster, sharp details, and flawless surfaces. Finding one of these is a thrilling experience for any coin enthusiast. Collectors prize coins that are graded MS-67 or higher, especially when combined with a rare error. The 1972 quarter in such condition is a shining example of what can happen when chance and preservation come together. The surfaces gleam, the strike is crisp, and every detail from Washington's hair to the eagle's feathers stands out with perfection. What makes this coin even more fascinating is the possibility that a rare 1972 quarter could be hiding in plain sight. It's entirely possible that someone unknowingly tossed a valuable coin into a parking meter or left it at the bottom of a drawer for years. The idea that a single quarter could secretly be worth thousands keeps collectors motivated to search and learn more every day. Stories continue to surface of people discovering rare quarters in pocket change, inherited collections, or old coin jars that had been forgotten for decades. These discoveries bring new excitement to the collecting community and remind everyone that the next big find might be just around the corner. All it takes is one sharp-eyed collector to spot the difference. The history surrounding the 1972 quarter also adds depth to its appeal. This was a time of great change in America. The country was emerging from the Vietnam War era, facing economic shifts, and stepping into a new cultural identity. Coins from this period serve as little metal time capsules, reflecting the designs, materials, and processes of their era. Beyond the errors and mint state grades, some 1972 quarters have also captured attention for being struck with die varieties, subtle differences in the dies used to stamp the coins. These varieties may include doubled letters, irregular spacing, or slight changes in relief. For dedicated collectors, tracking and identifying these small anomalies can become a lifelong passion. Professional grading services like PCGS and NGC have certified a number of high-grade 1972 quarters, and the most exceptional examples have gone on to set records at auction. When a rare error combines with pristine condition, the resulting value can astonish even veteran collectors. These coins become prized possessions and prestigious additions to any collection. The joy of coin collecting lies not only in the hunt but in the education. Learning how to spot a rare variety, how to judge condition, and how to distinguish authentic errors from ordinary wear takes time and dedication. But for those who master it, the rewards can be both personal and financial. Coin shows, online forums, and auction houses continue to buzz with excitement over discoveries from the 1972 quarter series. The community of collectors is always growing, and newcomers are welcomed with enthusiasm and encouragement. Every collector, no matter how experienced, remembers their first big find, and for many, it was a Washington quarter. For those just beginning their collecting journey, the 1972 quarter is an ideal starting point. It's affordable in common grades, has documented rarities to search for, and holds a rich place in U.S. minting history. It teaches beginners the thrill of the hunt and the importance of attention to detail. Even now, decades after it was minted, the 1972 Washington quarter continues to surprise and inspire. Whether tucked inside a forgotten roll of coins or gleaming in a collector's display case, this coin reminds us that small things can hold extraordinary value. The adventure of finding a rare 1972 quarter is as alive today as ever. Imagine stumbling upon a coin that looks like any other but turns out to be a financial game changer. The possibility that a seemingly ordinary quarter can carry such incredible worth brings a certain magic to the world of coin collecting. It's the thrill of the unknown and the reward of paying attention. Among all the coins minted in 1972, there exists a very small number that checks all the boxes: extremely rare minting error, flawless condition, and certified by experts. These coins are more than collectibles. They're treasures that connect the past with the present and transform simple currency into art. And somewhere in the vast realm of coin collecting, a single 1972 Washington quarter dollar, preserved in exceptional condition and bearing a rare minting anomaly, has sold for a staggering $141,000. Top 5. In the heart of every coin collector beats the thrill of discovering something rare, something overlooked, something that turns the ordinary into the extraordinary. And few coins deliver that electric possibility quite like the 1979 Washington quarter dollar. A coin that seems so common, so easy to miss, yet within certain examples hides a secret that can shock even the most seasoned numismatist. This coin, born in an era of economic change and evolving minting technology, holds treasures far greater than its 25-cent face value. The 1979 Washington quarter might appear to be just another piece of pocket change, passed along in grocery stores or parking meters for decades. But what many don't realize is that under its simple copper-nickel-clad surface lies a coin with potential value beyond imagination. It's not just about the date or the design, it's about the small differences, the rare errors, the perfectly preserved specimens that elevate a humble quarter into a collector's dream. Millions of these quarters were struck that year by the Philadelphia and Denver mints, continuing a legacy that began in 1932 to honor the 200th birthday of George Washington. But within that enormous production, a few coins emerged with defects, unintentional mistakes made during minting that now make those pieces incredibly rare and valuable. These include double die obverse, off-center strikes, and even coins struck on the wrong planchets. The thrill for collectors begins with the hunt. Finding a 1979 quarter with a doubled die, where the image or letters appear slightly shifted or overlapped, is like uncovering a hidden gem. These errors are not always visible at first glance, but under magnification, they come to life with distinct doubling in the inscriptions or facial details. These are the coins that make experts stop and take notice. Another fascinating aspect of the 1979 quarter is the condition in which it survives. Most circulated coins from that year show heavy wear, scratches, and loss of detail. However, a handful have been found in pristine, mint-state condition, glowing with luster, struck with sharp precision, and untouched by the wear and tear of time. These high-grade examples are incredibly hard to find and are among the most desirable in the entire Washington quarter series. The eagle on the reverse, wings stretched proudly above the olive branches, is a design that many take for granted. But on a high-quality 1979 quarter, the feathers appear sharp and detailed, and the overall strike carries a strength that makes the coin pop with clarity. Collectors seek out coins with what's called full strike, or full detail, and the best examples are sometimes the product of exceptional dies or perfect minting conditions. In some ultra-rare cases, coins from 1979 have been discovered with a missing clad layer, exposing the copper core beneath. This kind of error, known as a clad layer missing error, creates a visually striking coin and significantly boosts its rarity and value. Combine that with excellent preservation, and suddenly that overlooked quarter becomes a one-of-a-kind prize. The Denver Mint's version of the 1979 quarter carries a small D mint mark just beside Washington's ponytail. While this seems minor, it plays a huge role in collecting. Quarters from different mints can carry different values depending on condition, rarity, and known errors. Even the placement and style of the mint mark have changed over the years, adding another layer of intrigue. One reason why coins like the 1979 quarter gain so much attention is that they are still out there, circulating quietly among common change. Unlike coins locked away in museums or safes, these can still be found in old piggy banks, coin rolls, or forgotten drawers. The thought that anyone could discover one keeps collectors on high alert and fuels an ever-growing passion. Many coin hunters spend hours every week going through change, always hoping to be the lucky one to spot the anomaly. Stories abound of casual collectors stumbling upon rare finds while simply sorting through coins passed down from relatives or picked up at flea markets. The accessibility of the Washington quarter makes it one of the most actively searched coins in U.S. history. The historical context of 1979 also adds depth to the story. America was entering a new era of economic challenges, inflation was on the rise, and the mint was transitioning to more modern equipment. All of this created a perfect storm for errors, misalignments, and inconsistencies that would later become golden opportunities for sharp-eyed collectors. Grading services such as PCGS and NGC play a crucial role in identifying and certifying the value of these coins. A 1979 quarter graded MS-66 or higher instantly becomes a coin of interest, and if it also contains a rare error, its value skyrockets. Collectors and dealers compete fiercely for these examples, often driving prices far beyond anyone's expectations. Auctions are where many of these coins make headlines. A well-preserved 1979 quarter with a recognized mint error can attract massive attention, pushing bidders into intense competition. The final sale prices often reflect not just the coin's rarity, but its historical significance and beauty. These coins become icons, representing the unexpected treasures that still exist in the world of numismatics. Beyond the numbers, there's a sense of romance to finding a rare coin. It's not just metal and design, it's history, art, and luck fused into one small object. Every collector has that dream of holding a rare 1979 quarter in their hand and realizing they've found something extraordinary. It's the kind of moment that keeps people hooked on coin collecting for life. Coin shows and online communities are full of enthusiasts sharing their discoveries, offering tips, and discussing the many known varieties of the 1979 quarter. Some coins might only show slight doubling or minor shifts in design, but to the trained eye, these signs signal potential rarity. The joy of sharing finds with fellow collectors adds a social element to the treasure hunt. Even beginners can get involved in the hunt. All it takes is a magnifying glass, some patience, and a bit of knowledge. The Washington Quarter Series, especially coins from the 1970s, offers endless opportunities to learn and discover. It's an affordable, exciting entry point for anyone curious about numismatics. Parents often pass down old coins to their children without knowing what's inside. That old coin jar tucked away in a closet or attic might just contain a 1979 quarter with a minting mistake or brilliant condition that makes it a silent fortune. Checking those coins could reveal more than just memories. It could change someone's life. As time passes, rare coins become even more scarce. The number of well-preserved 1979 quarters continues to shrink, making the few remaining examples even more valuable. Each year that goes by makes it less likely that one will be found in the wild, which is why collectors act fast when they spot something special. The 1979 quarter reminds us that even the smallest pieces of everyday life can carry great stories and unexpected rewards. It urges us to look closer, think deeper, and never dismiss something just because it's common, because sometimes, within the common, lies the exceptional. And yes, there exists a rare, mint-era 1979 Washington quarter dollar, preserved in immaculate condition, that has astonished the collecting world by selling for an unbelievable $124,000. Top 6. There's something incredibly thrilling about discovering that a simple coin, one you might have handled countless times, could actually be worth a small fortune. The 1982 Washington quarter dollar is one of those coins that hides in plain sight, circulating among everyday change, waiting for the right eyes to see it for what it truly is. While millions were minted and spent across the country, only a select few have revealed themselves to be priceless rarities, transforming this coin from a piece of pocket change into a collectible marvel. The 1982 quarter came into existence during a time of major economic shifts in the United States. Inflation, budget cuts, and rising metal costs impacted how coins were made. That year, the U.S. Mint made a bold decision that would forever alter the way coin collectors approached Washington quarters. It eliminated the production of mint sets for general public sale, which means fewer coins were preserved in mint condition compared to other years. This one decision set the stage for the 1982 quarter to become one of the most intriguing pieces in modern numismatics. The Washington quarter, introduced in 1932 to honor the 200th birthday of George Washington, had always carried a sense of patriotism and tradition. But in 1982, collectors began to realize that certain changes in minting practices were creating unexpected rarities. The copper nickel-clad coins struck that year may look ordinary on the outside, but inside their designs, surfaces, and conditions lie secrets that only careful collectors can uncover. The Denver and Philadelphia mints produced a combined total of hundreds of millions of 1982 quarters, but without the safety net of official mint sets, most of them entered circulation immediately. This means that finding a 1982 quarter in top uncirculated condition is incredibly difficult. Add to that the emergence of rare errors and variations, and suddenly this coin becomes a prime target for collectors. One of the most exciting aspects of the 1982 quarter is the existence of a rare variation known as the no mint mark error. While quarters from Philadelphia typically lacked a mint mark, in 1982, this absence became a notable point of interest. Combined with exceptional strike quality and condition, these no mint mark coins can become highly valuable. It's the subtle differences, the details most people miss, that make all the difference. Even more fascinating is the discovery of quarters from this year that exhibit strong doubling in the design elements. Known as double die errors, these coins display ghost-like outlines in letters or numbers and are often spotted on the phrases, "In God We Trust," or "Liberty." These aren't just curiosities. They're key indicators of coins that slipped past quality control, making them rare treasures today. Collectors also keep a close eye on strike quality. A well-struck 1982 quarter with sharp details, especially in Washington's hair or the eagle's feathers on the reverse, stands out significantly. Most coins from this year show signs of weak strikes or worn dies, so a coin that displays crisp details immediately attracts attention. In a market where condition is king, even small differences in sharpness can boost value dramatically. Then there are the rare planchet errors, coins that were mistakenly struck on the wrong type of metal blank. These include quarters that might have been struck on nickel or even foreign planchets, resulting in weight differences and visual discrepancies that alert seasoned collectors. These errors are like lightning in a bottle, nearly impossible to predict, but unforgettable once found. One of the reasons the 1982 quarter continues to generate buzz is the thrill of accessibility. Unlike gold coins locked away in vaults, this coin could still be sitting in someone's change jar, waiting to be discovered. It's this excitement that keeps coin hunters motivated, because any regular day might end with an extraordinary find. Auction houses have seen astonishing bidding wars over rare 1982 quarters. When the right coin appears, flawless in condition, authenticated by top grading services, and featuring a rare minting error, it can ignite a frenzy among collectors. These coins are more than valuable. They're historic markers of a unique moment in American coinage. Professional grading services like PCGS and NGC have certified several 1982 quarters in high mint state grades. Coins that receive grades of MS66 or higher are exceedingly rare, especially when combined with error features. These coins are instantly elevated to elite status and often become centerpiece items in top-tier collections. The backstory of the 1982 quarter also teaches collectors an important lesson: how quickly changes in minting policy can influence coin values. Without the production of standard mint sets, many of these coins weren't preserved in pristine form. That scarcity of high-quality examples is precisely what makes the existing ones so valuable today. For beginning collectors, the 1982 quarter offers an exciting starting point. It's affordable in average condition but holds the potential to surprise with rare variations. Every roll searched, every old wallet emptied, carries the promise of a lucky find. The learning curve is steep, but the rewards, both financial and historical, are unforgettable. Even families have found valuable coins tucked away unknowingly in coffee cans and coin purses. It's not uncommon for someone to discover a forgotten stash of quarters only to realize one of them is a rare 1982 variety. These discoveries breathe new life into coin collecting and inspire fresh interest with each passing year. The coin's design itself adds to its appeal. Washington's profile on the obverse is timeless, while the eagle on the reverse, perched confidently on a bundle of arrows, embodies American strength and pride. When seen in flawless condition, this artwork becomes even more impressive and worthy of admiration. As time goes on, the chances of finding a high-grade 1982 quarter in circulation becomes slimmer. Wear, damage, and corrosion take their toll. That's why collectors and investors act quickly when an uncirculated or rare error coin is discovered. Each year adds to the coin's scarcity and potential value. Online forums and coin enthusiast groups are filled with stories of 1982 quarter finds. New collectors are constantly sharing images and asking for help identifying possible errors. It's a tight-knit community of passionate treasure hunters, all united by the shared thrill of the chase. If you've never searched for valuable coins before, the 1982 quarter is the perfect gateway. All you need is a magnifying glass, some patience, and a little research. You might be surprised at what's sitting in your own home, coins that you've passed by for years without a second thought. The lesson of the 1982 quarter is simple but powerful: never overlook the small stuff. What seems like an everyday object can sometimes hold a value beyond comprehension. It's a reminder that treasures don't always come in gold, they often come in copper and nickel. And believe it or not, a rare 1982 Washington quarter dollar, preserved in mint state condition and marked by a stunning minting anomaly, has been sold for a jaw-dropping $114,000.